coffee's done though. Right, finished my classroom bit, now I'm doing a practical. This should be fun. Oh, I passed. As soon as I got back to normal real work, it was a nightmare of a day. Jesus Christ. And Ashley's lost his car keys, so we're giving him a lift. I just can't get the staff. There he is, look.
You filming me?
No badminton tonight. For a change, it's not actually my fault. I haven't forgotten anything at work. Ash lost his car keys, so he's spending most of the night tearing his house apart trying to find them. Well done, Ashley.
In the morning if you found them, won't we?
Yeah, we will do, because I'll be giving him a lift if he didn't. So, it's Tuesday, which is my top 5 day, and we're on B. And I've given up asking Google. I'll tell you for why. I've sort of done an experiment and went through quite a lot of the alphabet. And half the stuff it comes up with I've never even heard of. So I haven't got a top 5. There was one that was my top 5 e-learning fitness ticket. What?
It's like fitness.
Yeah, exactly. And there's nowhere near as many options pop up on Google search now as there used to be. Now you only get like 4. And you used to get a rake of them. Like hundreds of them. You just don't get it anymore because they cut it all back because of all the funny stuff people are putting in. Like, my favourite thing to do is... And it'd be like...
Don't say it.
All sorts of weird stuff. So, I'm just going through the alphabet and thinking of things that I can think of. So, we are on books. And we're going to dive straight in. Number 5 on my list. I've got 4 of them. The other one I haven't got, because I lent it to my mum and I never got it back. The 4 I've got, you'll notice, are in pretty thumbed nick, because I do like to read, actually. Right, so number 5 on the list is The Long Way Round, by Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman.
You mean your boyfriend?
My boyfriend, Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman. Boyfriends. Yeah, they turned it into a TV show, which you probably remember, and it was just amazing. It's just 2 mates who have a passion for bikes, going on this trip around, all the way around the Northern Hemisphere, staying to be riding as long as possible. So it's all the way through Russia, Asia, Europe, hitting North America, Canada, down through across to the other side, and then obviously you've got the Atlantic in the way, so it's a plane trip home from there. But what a journey. And I did watch the TV show, but I bought the book for when I went travelling, and I caned it in about 2 or 3 days. It is absolutely incredible. Really good book. If you like adventure stuff, try that. Number 4 on my list is the one I haven't got. So bear with me. There you go. I think I can remember what it's called, and I perhaps should have done this before I started. It is. It's called Blackberry Wine by Joanne Harris. And Joanne Harris wrote Chocolat. Is that how you say it? Chocolate.
Chocolat.
Chocolate. 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 She wrote that.
That's how Cameron says it.
Yeah. Which I've never read, or I haven't even seen the film. But that book was brilliant. Just old school, feel good about yourself storytelling. It was... I found it in... Weirdly, I went away on a lad's holiday to Marbella, which I might have mentioned before. And it was in a cupboard in the villa we were staying in. I was just like, oh, I'm bored, I'm going to read this. It was brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! So I left the book I took with me behind and took that one, which I think is the accepted thing to do. Right, I've only ever read it once, so I can't really remember what it's about. I just remember thinking it was brilliant, that's why I lent it to my mum. Right, on to number 3. This one is Let the Right One In, by John Ajvide Lindqvist.
Good choice.
It's a great book. It's a fantastic book. Obviously, now a major film. This isn't the first time it's been made into a film. It was made into a film by, it's not going to tell me in this one, a Swedish filmmaker. I don't know, I'm not here to talk about films. It was a Swedish film to begin with. Basically about a really, really, really old vampire who's stuck in the body of a young girl, a young looking girl, because she was turned when she was really young. And she befriends a young boy in Sweden, in like contemporary Sweden, and just it's brilliant. It's frightening, it's terrifying, it's sweet. It's a great book, fantastic book. Thoroughly recommend. I recommend all of these. It's a bit of a silly thing to say. Number 2 on the list. That's a great book. It's a fantastic film, but it's an amazing book. People keep telling me it's a really hard read. It's not. Read it how he says it, how it's spelt. Read it phonetically, and you'll just.
It is hard.
It's not.
You've got Spanish. Spanish.
Spanish? Yes, Trainspotting, that famous novel set in the suburbs of Barcelona about heroin addicts.
No, but you've got Scottish parents.
Yeah, well, so you just read it phonetically. It's like there's far too much swearing. There you go. Look, that'll do me. Day, D-A-E, is do. It's just a longer way of saying it. Sounds better. It just is.
D-H-E.
D-A-E. D-A-A.
Day.
Day. That'll do.
No, it's just day.
It's whatever. It's
6 is the only language spoken in this house.
yeah, of course it is. Of course it is, Treacle. Alright, number 1. It's a beastie. It is a beastie, but he's my favourite author and he doesn't write enough. And I was lucky enough to find all 3 of the books he's most famous for in one collected edition. It's Thomas Harris, Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal. If I had to pick one, because it is 3 books, it's obviously going to be Silence of the Lambs, but they're all brilliant. I count this as one ginormous story,
Yeah,
all about Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, Lucy tries to read it, but she does most of her reading in bed at night, and it
was too heavy.
Number 1, the book's too heavy, but Hannibal Lecter is,
Scary.
for me, one of the most terrifying literary creations I've ever read about, and it is fascinating because of that. Thomas Harris has described how difficult it is to write about him because he's such a nasty piece of work and it doesn't make you feel very good about yourself when you let him in your head. So there you go, that's my top 5 books. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week it'll be top 5, something beginning with C. It's like I Spy. I think I know what it's going to be already.
Cornettos!
How many cornettos are there?
3.
I take no chances. I bring 6. There used to be 6.
Is it?
Yeah, there used to be a minimum of 6.
You could do top 5 cornettos.
I could do my top 5 cornettos. That's on the list of possibilities, but we'll find out next week.
Car parts!
Car parts?
Yeah, top 5 car parts.
Well, I like the steering wheel. No, it's not going to be car parts.
Cooking utensils. Cats!
It's definitely not that.
I bet that's the first thing that comes up.
Now you're going to be cats. Telling you now. Cats are rubbish. Dogs win.
We're over.
Dogs win. No, I know what it's going to be, and I'm not telling you because you'll find out next week. Lucy knows as well, she's just being Lucy.
Carrots!
Anywho.
Cardigans.
No, it's not going to be cardigans. This is getting boring now. Right, so that's that, and we'll see you tomorrow. Better not fail next week, Ash. I'm beginning to turn into a flabby mess.